Hi, my name is Dorsett, and I'm a full-time missionary with Family Missions Company. And I'm really excited to just share with you a little bit about my call to missions, about my story, and how I ended up here. So today, as I was just reflecting on and praying about my call to missions, first and foremost, I just became really grateful and thankful for just this lifestyle, and just was remembering how faithful the Lord has been to me in my life, in my journey. And actually, this call to missions has been a call within a call. I first kind of had a deeper encounter with Christ towards the end of my college years. And when I had that deeper encounter with Christ, I felt very compelled to go and want to share the gospel with others and to be a missionary. But at first, that was a missionary in the States on college campuses. And so for 2 years, after I graduated from college, I served as a full-time Catholic missionary with a beautiful organization called Focus. And just spent 2 years sharing the gospel on college campuses. And it was really neat because as I was trying to help lead others towards Christ, I was being led more deeply into an encounter and intimacy with Him during that time too, and received so much healing and freedom and wholeness that I didn't expect in my own life. And towards the end of my time, I felt very clearly that the Lord had just called me to serve with them for 2 years, and that He was calling me on to something else. And I felt very clear in my heart that He was leading me to continue to experience the greatness and fullness of His love, that intimacy with Him, and a freedom in living out who He had created me to be. And so as I walked with the Lord and prayed on this journey and just discerned this, I first thought that meant that I was going to be led to going back into dancing, which was my major in college, and sharing the gospel in that way. But I didn't receive any peace over time with doing that, and actually discovered and understood more fully within myself that I had this desire to serve as a foreign missionary, and it had just never been really fully brought about. During my time in Focus, I was able to serve in leading and directing short-term foreign mission trips, and so that kind of ignited that desire. And in my last year, as I was journeying along, and I was kind of preparing in that way, I had found out about this beautiful opportunity to go to a little village in Guatemala and serve for a few months, and felt so much peace in that decision when I had heard about it. And so after prayer and discernment, and actually getting to go to Mexico City and see Our Lady of Guadalupe, I felt very clearly this call within a call, a deeper calling to go to Guatemala after serving with Focus, that would then lead to realizing that the Lord was leading me to be a full-time foreign missionary. So as I was preparing for Guatemala, the Lord was doing a lot in my heart and in my life, and I was being really convicted by Scripture and just through really beautiful conversations with people that know me very well, just realizing that I wasn't supposed to just not do missionary work anymore, but the Lord was calling a little more deeper to enter into something else. And I was invited into coming to a come and see with Family Missions Company right before Guatemala. And it was during that time that I recognized and realized that FMC, all of its charisms of community and gospel poverty and serving the poor and sharing the gospel and everything that they're about, fit every single desire in my heart. And I knew at that moment that this was supposed to be my home. And so it was a really beautiful conviction in that, and a deeper understanding of what the Lord was calling me to do, and just freedom in Him. But He also told me, daughter, not yet. I still want you to go to Guatemala. And so I left I went to Guatemala, had a very challenging but beautiful time that just convicted me so much more clearly that I'm called to this. But also I need to do it with others in community that are desiring the same thing. And so where I didn't think I would be entering into another missionary organization, the Lord gently invited me into Family Missions Company. And so I finished my time in Guatemala and came here and made this place my home and got to join this missionary family of saints. And it's been such a gift to me, more of a gift than I could have ever expected. And I'm so grateful and so thankful. And I'm going to be leaving soon for a full year in Ecuador, and so I just ask for your prayers and just thank you for letting me share this story with you, and just invite any of you to continue to let the Lord draw you in deeper in reflecting on His faithfulness, His goodness, and His love for you, and knowing in everything and anything that He calls you to that He wants us to be fully who He created us to be. And that is how I have ended up here. So thank you.